You enter too abruptly, as if someone is pushing you from behind. The door closes almost silently, but the sound of the hidden click seems to tear the air apart. The room greets you with a chill that doesn't try to intimidate. It simply acknowledges the fact that only those who have long sought answers to questions they usually run away from enter here. You feel the pressure of the space, as if the walls are slightly leaning inward, as if the room is observing you closely. It knows why you are here, even if you don't yet know it yourself. There's an emptiness in front of you, but it's a deception. The room is preparing the stage. It takes a breath. You're the exhale. First, a line appears. It's straight and thin, as if it were drawn with a blade. The line cuts through the floor, then the walls, and finally the air. And the room is divided into two realities, two worlds, two destinies, two outcomes of the same story, which begins in the same way but ends in completely different ways. On the left, there is a soft golden light. It doesn't blind you, but it warms you. It's the light of a kitchen where two people are talking in the evening without. The light and the fog begin to converge, and you realize these are not two different couples. It is the same path, branched in different directions. You see how small choices create huge consequences. How ye jeer the phrase, "I'm in pain," can save a family. How ye jeer the phrase, "you again," can destroy it. You feel that the room does not just show, it warns. It reveals what is usually hidden behind closed doors. She speaks to you in a language of images that you can't forget, and you understand her main whisper. The fate of a couple is not fate. It's hundreds of small decisions that are invisible from the outside. You stand between two fates, and the room slowly draws them closer, as if it wants you to see not the difference, but the mechanism. The light dims for a second, then comes back on, but now it's neither warm nor cold. It's neutral, hard, like a surgical lamp. The room turns into an operating room, where dissect doesn't mean a body, but a relationship. It's about to show you what happiness is made of and what destruction is. You feel the air grow thicker, as if reality itself wants to draw your attention to something usually ignored. And then the room creates two silhouettes before you. One couple divided into two versions, not two different stories. One route, one dialogue, one moment that can turn life left or right. The room reenacts the scene. You see them both sitting on the couch. There's silence between them. Not an unpleasant silence, just the silence after a hard day. She looks at him. He looks tired. Something upsets her. Her first thought is, did something happen? But in that same second, a second one appears. Is it because of me? And then, pay attention. The room freezes. The scene splits in two. Option one, they choose honesty. She takes a slow breath and says, "You seem a bit tense. Is everything okay?" He looks down, as if embarrassed by his own weakness. "It's really hard for me. I'm afraid I'm not enough for you." She doesn't smile, doesn't rush to console him. She simply hears, "Thank you for telling me." And something softly settles between them, like an invisible blanket. Warmth, connection, the feeling that they're holding one side, not their own, but theirs. The room intensifies the vibration of light. For the first time in a long time, you feel in this space hope. Option 2, they choose defense. And now, the same scene, but one different answer. She says, "You seem tense. Are you okay?" He senses a threat where there isn't one. Is it starting again? Stop controlling me. Her heart sank, not because he's rude, but because she doubts again. Maybe there really is something wrong with me? The room turns gray, not flashy, tired. This is what love looks like when it begins to fade before anyone notices. Part 2, the deep mechanisms of two fates. The room brings both options closer together, almost connecting them, and suddenly you understand. People think couples break up because of betrayals, dramas, blows, catastrophes. But no, most break up quietly, almost unnoticed. Every day, in small things. The room creates 3 figures before you. They look like shadows, but within them beats a pulse. These are the 3 forces that determine the fate of a couple. 1. Vulnerability. The shadow slowly raises its head. This isn't weakness. It's the ability to admit, "I'm scared. I'm in pain. This matters to me." The couples on the left allow themselves this. The couples on the right hide it. Every time one pretends not to care, the other hears only cold. And the cold gradually turns to ice. 2. Interpretations. The room draws words above the shadows. Some hear, "He's tired." Others, "He's angry with me." Some hear, "She's worried." Others, "She's unhappy with me." One meaning, but a different interpretation, a different fate. The room whispers. Words don't break relationships. Their meaning is in the partner's head. 3. Micro decisions. The room reveals thousands of small gestures. Someone moves closer. Someone turns away. Someone asks. Someone accuses. Someone listens. Someone defends himself. You see how a single nothing can lead to them becoming strangers a year later, and how a single "I'm sorry" can restore trust that seemed dead. The room speeds up time. The space inside you trembles. The room wants you to see everything at once. It triggers 2 destinies, like fast-forwarding a tape. Destiny 1, the one that holds on. You see from the inside, they argue, sometimes intensely, sometimes painfully, but they both hold on to one thought. We are on the same side of the issue. He learns to speak, even when he fears his emotions will seem weak. She learns not to disappear silently, even when it hurts. They grow, not just together, but individually. That's why relationships survive. Not because they're perfect, because they're willing to fix, not throw away. Destiny 2 is the one that breaks. Here, everything looks different. They argue too, sometimes intensely, sometimes painfully, but each of them believes, "You are my enemy. He closes down to protect himself. She presses to test her love. And in the end, each gets confirmation of their fears. I'm not loved. I'm not appreciated. There's something wrong with me. The room shows the ending, which sends shivers down your spine. They sit next to each other, but there's a distance between them that neither can cross first. Not because he doesn't love, but because he's too tired to be afraid.